Hey guys, I just want to run you through a hand that I played earlier where I trapped a fish and got paid. So the hand starts, I have pocket eights with a dealer chip. Jerickxon is first to act, throws out a bet of 6 cents, which is 3 times the big blind. He gets folded all the way over to me, and now I have a choice. I could either re-raise or I could just call. I decided to call because really my hand isn't that good to re-raise with. It gives me a chance to disguise my hand as well. He may think I have a drawing hand like 9-10 or Jack Queen or maybe a weak ace. So I think it's the right play to make, and the rest of the blinds fold as well. Alright, so the flop comes ace 3-7, all of clubs. Now I have a club that helps me, but he could have a higher club, especially if I put him on ace king, ace queen, or any ace 10 plus. So right here, he checks instantly. Off the speed of his check, really makes me do think he has an ace, and he's just trapping. He's probably not worried about the flush draw. It's very unlikely that I hit it, so I think that he's making a trap play. He checks, comes over to me. I decide to bet. You can consider it a bluff. If you missed it completely, he might fold, but I do think he has the ace. But I decide to bet in case he doesn't have an ace. I don't want it to let him see a free card. I decided to bet 8 cents, just a bit over half the pot. I did fully expect to call, and Jerickxon does call. So the turn comes. I have a set. No other hand really worries me other than a flop flush, but again, I don't think so. It would make sense for him to check a flush as well, but I think he just has an ace. Flopping the flush is really, really hard. It makes more sense if he had ace king or ace queen. So that's the hand I kind of put him on at this point. For me, I decided to bet again. It makes complete sense. It looked like I was bluffing the first time in position, and because I can play my position again, I decided to make another bet, just about half the pot. Jerickxon the fish decides to call again. So the river comes, 7 of spades. I have the third best hand now. The only hands that can beat me are quad sevens or a full house with pocket aces. So now Jerickxon decides to bet 43 cents after checking twice. That's 75% of the pot. With his bet size, I do think he has ace king or ace queen. I don't think he has the flush. If he had the flush, I don't think he would check twice unless he thought I would absolutely bet or bluff both those streets. So now at this point, I think Jerickxon thinks that he's fished me, that he's trapped me, but I don't think he has a clue that he's playing against a trap artist and that I actually sucked him into making the final bet himself. So now that I have Jerickxon the fish suckered, I decide to raise. I raise to $1.20, about 3 times the size of his bet. Now, if I decided to go all in, I think Jerickxon would end up convincing himself that I do have the better hand, and I really don't want him to think that. I don't think he has any clue what hand I have. I think he probably thinks I have an ace as well, that we probably have the same hand. Now with the stack size that Jerickxon had, I wanted as much of it as I could get. Now I probably could have thrown a bet of 86 cents, just double of what he had, but I actually thought that might actually throw him off. I might actually throw him off because I made it too cheap for him to call. I wanted to make it look like I put it to a value that he probably wouldn't call, and also if I put myself all in, I might make my hand look too strong. I thought I made a really good sized bet, and I think I did because Jerickxon the fish decides to call, and I get paid. Thanks guys for watching the video. If you guys play PokerStars, hopefully you also run into Jerickxon. He's like a magnet to me. I don't know what it is. I always run into him. I always end up getting paid, so hopefully with this video, if you run into him in PokerStars, use the tips that I gave you and you'll probably take his full stack like no problem. I think he busted like 5 seconds after I took half a stack.